speaking at the Barclays Square Club, and I would like to particularly thank Andrew for all the efforts he made. As you all know my name, I will begin with my school days. I was actually a graduate from grammar school, and I was perfectly normal during my childhood. And it happened during the latter part of my schooling career that I was beginning to have a lot of difficulty in walking. I was tending to fall down and probably slip a lot. So I was diagnosed by the doctors, and he told me that I have got Friedreich's ataxia. Those of you who don't know the disease, it is a genetic disease, and it causes progressive damage to your nervous system. Your lower limbs begin to weaken a lot. So I was 17 at that time. I used to have a walking stick, walking stick you can say, with me, and I also wore the brace for my back. So in the school days I was not immediately transferred in a wheelchair, but when I reached 20, and that was the time when I had left school, I was told I was diagnosed again by the doctors, and they told me that I will have to be transferred into a wheelchair, as I was having a lot of trouble walking, and my lower limbs had weakened to that extent that I had to be transferred into a wheelchair. Well, obviously it was very frustrating for me to see a wheelchair, because I had never imagined that I would end up being in a wheelchair. And in the beginning, wheelchair was like a prison for me, because it confined me from what I wanted to do and also where I wanted to go. But over the years, it is very important to have a positive mindset, particularly when you're faced with an obstacle. So there are three qualities which have really helped me over the years. Number one would be never giving up. Number two would be always having belief in my abilities. And the third one would be having complete faith in God. So these were the three things you can say which have helped me tremendously over the years, and have helped me sort of save the wheelchair, because it has come to a stage where it feels a vehicle for me. I don't have any problems going in a wheelchair since I've been there for over 20 years now, so I'm pretty much used to it. And also living in a wheelchair in Pakistan is very challenging for me, because the main problem over there is accessibility. The wheelchair-friendly people do not have access to ramps or lifts, which you can see over here. Every cab, taxi has a ramp, and all the buses have ramps also. Over there, it's very difficult for me, since my chair needs to be lifted on all occasions when I go to such places which have only got stairs. And because I've got helpers over there, so I do not foresee such a problem for me having my chair lifted up, although it can be very unpleasant. It can be pretty discomforting for me having my chair lifted on all such places. But over the years, all the shopping places and restaurants did not have any ramps or any lifts. Recently in Karachi, there's a cinema which has opened, which shows 3D movies also. And I would say that that cinema is very wheelchair friendly. So we can see that the people of Pakistan, they are thinking about this problem, and probably they are moving in the right direction by having wheelchair friendly places. So the reason for the lack of people, particularly physically challenged people, you don't see them in public, is mainly because of accessibility, I would say. So these are the, now coming to, I also do have a number of inspirational people and give me a lot of motivation since I am in a wheelchair, and have helped me considerably over the years how to manage myself in a wheelchair. Particularly if you, I'm very fond of sports. I would say that in sports, my number one role model would be Roger Federer from the world of tennis. Particularly, I'm really inspired by him due to his never giving up, never ending ability, and also his always being focused on the game and in the matches. And I would also say that to overcome any obstacle, you do need to have a lot of belief in your abilities. My becoming a motivation speaker was due to the belief in my self-abilities, that I could speak, and I wanted to share my story with the other individuals also. And the feedback I have been getting from them is very encouraging. I would say that it was due to my physical condition that I decided to become a motivation speaker. And motivation speaking, I also have an inspiration. Is W. Mitchell. He was also a Toastmaster. Now he's also in a wheelchair. He also had an accident, motorcycle accident, and then had an airplane crash, due to which he could not walk. It took away his ability to walk. And I have also always stood by his slogan. I've always tried to mold that sort of into my life. The slogan goes as, it is not what happens to you, it is what you do about it. Thank you.